he only gets sick a couple times a year. It's usually right after the national tournament, so you kind of let down a little bit. You built up so much for it, and then everything kind of just gets released. So my voice is a little bit crackly. It's because of that. Obviously extremely proud of my team and what they were able to accomplish this year. I think as a coach, you always want more for them. You know that they're capable a little bit more, and they wanted more. So it's a little bit bittersweet for you. Cologne, I still think he's the best guy at the weight class. We wish we could wrestle it again, but you don't. You get that one opportunity, and he did a great job getting third place. I tell you what, it's not easy. It's not easy when your dreams get crushed, and then you have to get back up. And he did a great job for us coming back and getting third. That was the only way that he was going to finish things. If you saw his matches on Saturday, they were tough, hard-fought matches, and he found a way to get it done. Getting third place that's an incredible accomplishment. I think I was looking at some stats. He leaves as the highest winning percentage ever at UNI. So we're going to miss him. We're going to miss Joey Lazor. Joey Lazor was one fun guy to watch. It was great that he was able to get on the stand. He was round of 12 last year, and in the round of 12 match this year, he was, in a battle. It was 1-0, and the guy was in on his legs late in the match, and find a way to not get scored on, and then comes back and gets a pin to get in the top 6, and he actually got knocked out in his first match on Saturday. The guy kind of lifted him up and slammed him down, and he was out, but they let him continue to wrestle. He finished out the match, but after the match, they told him he wouldn't be able to wrestle in his last match. So I know some people saw that he medicaled out of that match, and at the time it was a pretty tough thing with the team race too, because he forfeited out to a guy from Penn State. So we didn't know if we were going to have him bodyguards for that finals or not. But you don't want to have a guy have to finish his career like that, but you also have to look out for the welfare of your athlete. So I know he was disappointed that he wasn't able to wrestle that last match, but it was the best thing for him to do moving forward. Dylan Peters, our first freshman All-American. I thought it was from my brother, but there was, I think, Tony Wieland maybe in 96, 97, somewhere in there. So, to have a freshman All-American coming back, to have a guy who's able to pin guys like he is. I thought he was a little bit maybe tight all weekend. He's a freshman. He's a freshman in his first national tournament. Got to the semifinals, wrestles a defending national champion. Actually had a 3-2 lead with about a minute left in the first period. But that kid's very hard to score on. I don't know if you guys watch him wrestle. Delgado's extremely great counter wrestler. We got caught on some counters. But then, you got to be able to regroup. And I thought he did for his first match. He got caught in a headlock, got behind 5-0, battled back, ended up losing 10-8, but just wasn't able to recover like he needed to for the 5th and 6th place match. But we have a better understanding of him, and we're going to be able to get more out of him in the future because, we get to see him in all kinds of situations. You don't know how a guy's going to react the first time in a national tournament. And we got to see how he dealt with some things, and we'll get more out of him in the future. Our 4 other guys, Loader wasn't healthy all year. You guys know he missed a lot of time, lost his first match and got himself back into the round of 12 to be an All-American again. Came up obviously short and didn't finish the career we wanted, but the guy had one incredible career. He was incredibly reliable for us, won over 100 plus matches. To win over 100 matches in Division I, it's not an easy thing to do. I think he won 114 some odd matches. So he had an incredible career. Bittersweet, but still an incredible career. And then, 3 other guys, we have those guys coming back next year, and Cooper Moore, Cody Caldwell, and Blaze Cabell. So those guys didn't get anything near what they wanted, but, I don't like talking about experience. Well, they got experience. That's a great thing, but when you see the disappointment, you're not thinking about, well, they got that experience. You're thinking, well, they didn't get what they wanted, so now there's some pain. Now, are we going to make some changes to make sure that doesn't happen next year? because it's really fresh right now, but we'll continue to remind those guys how they felt. We take a little time right now. Those guys got to get away just a little bit and get themselves refreshed, but we know some areas that we need to work on those guys to get them better so they're wrestling on Saturday next year, because that's really what we want, what they want. They want to be wrestling on Saturday. We had a great following down in Oklahoma City. We appreciate everybody that came out. There was a lot of Panther faithful there, so we appreciate it. We had a couple socials Friday and Saturday night, great crowds. We appreciate everybody that came to those. Our guys felt the love and they appreciated it. Even though we didn't get what we wanted as a team or individually, you still have to celebrate what those guys did, because they put everything out there. And so we appreciate everybody that came out and did that. I talked a little bit about, last year we were 15th, and I think we felt pretty good about it. I think we were happy about it. This year we're 15th, and we're not very happy about it. So I think that's good, though. I think it's good because we want more, and we expect more, and we just want to continue to build our program and do it the right way. We're going to miss our seniors. We got those 3 seniors that I talked about, and we also lose Riley Bannock and then Austin Gelbach. So, we lose 5 quality kids who meant a ton to our program, who won a lot of matches for our program, but it's really just a start for those guys. If they continue to wrestle or whatever they continue to do beyond, I know that they've built some lifelong friendships. They've done things that they're going to remember for the rest of their life, and they were really an integral part of why we've turned things around. Those athletes, those guys specifically, that'll be graduating this year have done a ton to move us forward. So if you see those guys, make sure you thank them for what they've done, because they've been an incredible part of our program and will continue to be. Other than that, we start getting to work for next year. I guess any questions?